Hey, what's up, you all? It's your girl Janelle again, and I am back with another video. And today I'm going to be talking about your harsh reality of why your life has not changed for the better. Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Still not understand. So the reason why I chose this topic is because I fall into this category sometimes. I always try to pick topics, for one, that I can relate to so that I can give great feedback, and so that it's not coming off as, oh, I'm thinking I'm better than anybody or I'm just this uppity person. No. I still have plenty of growing to do for myself. I still have so many things I want to achieve and accomplish, and so many obstacles and stuff like that I still have to get over. So I'm no better than you. This is just the harsh reality, and I know these are the main issues for why we aren't getting to where we want to be. My very first tip would be, you're too accessible. Like, too many people have way too much access to you, and that's hindering you from getting exactly where you want to be, just off the strength that you're too much of a yes man. Like, you want to be at a place where people have a clear understanding that when it comes to you accomplishing your goals and things that you set forth to do for the day, that people have a clear understanding that you make those things a priority. People will not respect your time as long as you don't respect your time. So you have to put that boundary up and make it very clear to people when you're available, when you're not. And hey, sometimes you might have your days where you really just want to rest, or you really just want that time to yourself. Take that time to do so. The reason why that plays into the category of the reason why you're not where you want to be is because you're allowing yourself to be drained and pulled down with so much different energies and stuff like that, because you're trying to please any and everybody else when you truly need to take care of self first so that you can pour out of your cup. You can't pour out of an empty cup. We all know that. Which brings me to number 2, your friends. You will, 9 times out of 10, you will lose friends along the way of trying to succeed. And the reason why that is because some people that you've started with may not align with the life that you want for yourself in the future. Some people will not understand what your path is or what it is you're trying to accomplish. So then some people may get offended by it. Some people may think you're acting better than them, bougie, whatever it is they want to call it. But you're not. You're simply doing what's best for you, and you have to set that boundary. Going back to step 1, you have to make it very clear when you're available, when you're not, and you have to stick to that, because friends can become very much a distraction. And if they don't get it, they're just going to look at it as you think you're better than them, or you're being fake, or you're not being a good friend, or whatever it may be, or a family member. And you just have to put those people on pause. Hey, it's going to be a point where you're going to be completely isolated, to the point where people are going to really be calling you fake or saying you just not the same anymore. And that's a good thing. Don't get insulted by it. That's really a good thing, because you want to be not the same person you were before or 2 weeks ago or whatever it may be. You always want to be elevating in life. And if they don't understand that, that's not your problem to solve. Some people, when you come back out of your grinding or whatever it is you're trying to accomplish as far as your goals, those people will fall back in line if they truly are your friends. And then it just goes to show you, as you get further along in life, you'll just see who's really there for you and who's not. You're going to see who's meant to be there and who isn't, because the people that's meant to be in your life will be in your life. You don't have to force yourself to have friends. You don't have to force yourself to be around family. Those things will come back into alignment once you make it to exactly where you're trying to be. And then you'll be better off for them anyway, because you've made it to a place that you want to be in life. You can be more free, able to do more things, because you've set yourself up in a place where you now can be available. So don't feel bad that you have to distance yourself and isolate from friends and family for the time being. It's because it's to better you at the end of the day. You don't want to hold yourself back in life because you're trying to be a people pleaser. People pleasers don't get where they want to be in life because they're too busy trying to take care of everybody else and not healing and succeeding and doing everything they need to do to get them where they need to be. I hope this makes sense. You will lose friends throughout the process. You will have some family members who just don't get it. That's okay. Do not feel like you have to please those people. Do not feel like you have to stop being successful and stuff like that because those people want all of your time or majority of your time. You can't be that person. Isolate yourself. I say give yourself a time period. No, I take that back. You really can't even give yourself a time period when it comes to success because you never know when your time might come. So just completely get in grind mode and isolate yourself, and you'll completely find that you will think more clearly once you're isolated from everybody else's thoughts and energy and stuff like that, and you're able to process and really get the work done and grind the way you need to because you don't have everything else distracting you. So losing friends is something that's very common when it comes to being successful. Even with me, I've really been at a place where I've been isolated. I've been really to myself, and the reason that is I have so many goals. I have so many things I want to achieve in life, and when I surround myself with so many people, I notice I'm not doing the things that I want to achieve. I'm distracted. I'm kicking it. I'm partying. I'm doing everything above the sun that has nothing to do with what it is I want out of life, and that's hindering me and putting me in a place where I don't want to be and keeping me stagnant, and I don't want to be there. I want to always be elevating in life. So therefore I need to learn to isolate myself, put myself in full grind mode, and get what it is I want out of life done. If you want to achieve something, if you're trying to get rich, or if you're trying to be the next best this and that, you have to learn to be okay with being yourself for a while. What they say, the saying, it gets lonely at the top. And the reason why I completely understand that is because, you know, you may not think completely like your friends or your family members. You might have a complete different mindset, and some people mindsets might hinder you and have you think it's smaller in life when you have bigger goals and dreams. Some people don't have that capacity to think at the level you're thinking at. So you can't surround yourself with people who's not thinking on your level. Along the way, you will find friends and stuff like that with people you can relate with. And the beautiful part about that is you will forever be elevating with those people because they have a clear understanding of where you're trying to go and what you're trying to do, because they also have similar goals or wanting more for themselves out of life. So yeah, you will definitely lose friends. Number 3, you're partying, you're drinking, you're smoking, you're doing all of the above, and it's hindering you from getting to where you want to be. And the reason why that is, I know y'all want to get your drinks, I know you want to get your alcohol and all that. It's, you know, it's a vibe, you know, it's always a good time. Understandable. That time will come once you get to where you're trying to be. So all the going out, that's going back to the friends things. Oh, just come out for one drink. Now you miss your essay that was due last night because you went out to go party with friends, or you're oversleeping, you're making it late to work because you're trying to please friends, or you simply set goals for yourself that you want to get done the next day. And now that's no longer getting done because you've slept in, you've had the worst hangover, you've overslept. It's just the worst. And the reason why that's a big issue is because, once again, you're procrastinating. You're not doing what it is you're trying to achieve out of life. And those things are hindering you from being able to do that. You're coming home at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. How do you expect to get up at 5 or 6? And kudos to you who can, but I'm not one of them girlies. I personally like to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 3, just to get, actually at one point I was waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning, doing a morning workout, taking my shower, getting me some breakfast, and then heading out the door to go work. For those of you who can just hop up and just, from being out all last night, you're not giving your best self when you're performing the next day. You're sluggish, you're tired, you're not feeling it, everybody is irritating you, people are too loud, you're ready for the day to be over, ready to get home. You're not performing your best. So you never want to sit there and be doing all these things that's pulling you back. So yeah, the drinking and the partying, that has to come to a pause when you have goals, you have things you're trying to accomplish. So it's just not going to be in alignment. It just doesn't, it don't work. So yeah. All right. So the next one is you're too comfortable. A lot of people come up with these excuses for why they're not doing this or why they're not achieving the goals that they want to achieve in life. Oh, I just had a baby. I don't have the time, or I'm too busy working these jobs. My only time I have is maybe like an hour in a day. I hate to say excuses, but it's really what it is. So it's like people have so many excuses for why they're not working towards the things that they know they would love to do versus going to a job and hating it, dreading getting up in the morning and wishing you were making so much more and wishing that you was able to do the things you've always dreamed of doing, but you're telling yourself you're too busy to do so. One thing that I've learned, even with me doing social media and things like that and working jobs and being a mom, having a relationship and those things and trying to please friends and stuff like that, what I've learned is that at the end of the day, back to my point where you have to put you first. Like, stop letting your job or your duties or your responsibilities in your day-to-day life hinder you from what it is you really want to accomplish. Let's say you are a busy person throughout the day. So you got to take the extra hour or two in a day to get what it is you want to get done. Like, if you have to stay up an extra couple hours, then so be it. There's been plenty times I've done YouTube videos and hair tutorials and stuff like that, and I've stayed up to 3-4 o'clock in the morning. And those are my most viral videos. So sometimes you have to put in that dedication and that work where you have to stay up a little longer than you expected. So what, you're tired, you'll get your rest once you get to where you want to be in life. I'm just saying, that's what it is. You're just going to be at a state of discomfort until you achieve what it is you want to achieve. Love your sleep, you love your rest, you love relaxed time, you love watching baddies club or whatever. You just love your time to yourself. Like, sometimes you have to get out of that comfort zone. You have to get out of that comfort zone because when you're comfortable, you're content. And that means you're okay with the circumstances that you're currently at, which means you're not going to elevate. You're not going to be whatever it is your goals and your dreams are in life. And that's hindering you. One thing I told myself is that I don't want to be surrounded. It was a video that I heard that Denzel Washington was saying. And he was basically stating that when you're in a hospital and stuff like that, you're literally on your deathbed and all your goals and dreams are surrounding you and disappointment that you didn't go after them and to try to achieve them. How are you going to feel just knowing that you passed away or you're passing away and you didn't do what it took to get to where you want to be in life? I don't want to go through that. I don't want to sit there and hate my life and wish I had put my best foot forward when it comes to achieving my goals and my dreams. I don't want to leave this world knowing that I didn't try or do my very best to get to where it is I want to be. Even if, so be it, I don't get to the highest point, which I will.
I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
I just want to know that I tried. I'm not going to let society wrap me up in this ball of a work cycle and paying bills cycle where it's like I'm not living. I'm gonna live my best life, sis. And I don't know about you, but I feel like you should be on the same page because we didn't get on earth just to sit there and pay bills, work a job, and that's the only focus we have in life. We're not enjoying our lives. We're not able to take our kids on vacations or take our family overseas or be able to just spend a random Tuesday doing nothing, getting our nails done or reading a book or being able to do something that we enjoy in life. Like, we're not able to do that because we're so wrapped up in the cycle of, oh, I have to get this paid for or I have to make this much money, because that's really what society has been. That's really what society has set it up to be, where you just work this vicious cycle. You go to school, graduate from elementary and high school, you go to college, you're in so much debt, you have to pay those debt bills back. Then you're probably financing a vehicle. You also have to pay your bills at home. You have to pay for your daily amenities that you need and pay for your kids' tuition or pay for them to go to school and stuff like that. Like, there's so many things that can be wrapped up within your day-to-day where it's like, is that all that you want? Like, is that really all that you want out of life? Why don't you invest in that business? Right? Why didn't you write that book? Why aren't you putting forth the effort to get these things accomplished? Because you know you got it in you. You know you got some form of talent, some form of business plan that's going to take you to the next level, the greatest content that you could put out there, or you're the best cook. You just never know where these things can take you, but you're going to stay content with the life that you've just been handed. No, want more for yourself. So you have to get out of that comfortability. You have to get out of that stage of, oh, I'm too tired to do this, or I'm too tired to do that. Of Okay, so you're too tired to be successful. You're too tired to be rich. You're too tired to be on these vacations. You're too tired to be in the latest Mercedes-Benz or Porsche or Bentley or Rolls Royce, whatever it is you want out of life. You're too tired. Remember to tell yourself that every time you mention how you don't want to do something, or you're not in the mood, or that's just not your vibe. Okay, sis. So be it. Let poor mindsets be your mentality. Let me stop playing. Well, no, for real, seriously, you got to get out of that comfortable mindset. So my next point is, I kind of hinted at it a little bit, but you're letting your job control your life. I get it. That job is what pays your bills. It pays for maybe a spa day, something cute here and there. But at the end of the day, these jobs are not paying you to live the lifestyle that you want. Now, if you're a doctor, if you're a lawyer, all those good quality, high paying jobs, kudos to you. I love it. And of course we need those people in our lives, because we need people to heal us. We need people to put out these fires. We need people, police officers out on the street to serve and protect. I get it. That's not what I mean. What I mean is, you're letting these jobs control your life in a sense where that's all your day consists of. Like, to the point where you're doing all this overtime. You're committing 16 hours to a job, 14 hours to a job, or you're working for minimum wage or whatever, and you're seeing so many people. For example, with me, I've worked in retail for years, and that includes not only me working for other companies, but me having my own businesses as well, and just the difference in the income. So when you're working in retail and you're working for someone else, you're getting that small portion and cut of what they're making in a day. You're helping their business flourish. Why not help yours? If you have a goal that you want to own a business, put that same energy and them same hours that you work for that job into your own business as well. Like, if you're noticing things, take those experiences and learn from it. Now, I'm not telling you to quit your job to pursue your own business. I'm not telling you to do your job at work. I'm telling you, do your job. Okay, fine, make that money. Use that same money that you're making from that person's job that's paying you, and use that same money and fund your own business. Even if it's just a percentage, like, you can do a percentage of it. You don't have to do your full check. I get it. We got bills to pay. 1000% understood. But use some of that money, put it to the side. Don't splurge to go out party saying you need a day off or you need time to yourself. No, use some of that money, invest it to your own business. That was pretty much all I had for today's video. If you guys love these tips that I gave out, please let me know in the comments. Give me some more video ideas that you may want to see, or some questions you may have, and I will be sure to get back to you. If you haven't already, please do me a favor and to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the bell notification so that you'll always see when it is that I am uploading, and I will catch you beauties in my next video.